Welcome back to Science with Miss Oliver. I am so excited to share today's lesson with you guys, but before we do, let's make sure we have a few important things in place. So the first thing we want to make sure we have our worksheets that we're going to be working with throughout the video. You're going to also need 2 pencils, and most importantly, you want to make sure you're in a calm and quiet space so you can focus and grow your brain. So if you need to pause the video to get your things together, do so. If not, we can get started with our science lesson. So scholars, we've talked about all the planets in the solar system, but we want to make sure that you remember the most important facts about those planets. So we're going to do a quick review on all the planets we've talked about, starting with number 1. We know that Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. Mercury is the closest planet to the what? The sun. So if I'm looking at the solar system right here with all of the planets, I know that Mercury is right here because this is the sun and Mercury is the closest planet to it. So that makes Mercury number 1. We also know that Mercury has no moons and no rings. Last thing is Mercury is the fastest planet to rotate around the sun. That means that Mercury travels the fastest around the sun, faster than any other planet. So right here, you're going to pause the video, you're going to take out your worksheet and your pencil, and you're going to write one fact that you learned about Mercury, where it says write one fact about Mercury. You can write that it's the closest planet to the sun, you can write that it has no moons or no rings, or you can write that it's the fastest planet to rotate around the sun. Pick which one you want to do. Pause the video. So we're going to bring our video back in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to move on to the next planet. Oh, but first, let's see if we can pick out which planet is Mercury. So, if I know that Mercury is the closest planet to the sun, which one of these planets is Mercury? That's right, it's this one. And how did you know that? Right again, because Mercury is number 1 and it's the closest planet to the sun. Awesome job. Next stop is Venus. Venus is the second closest planet to the sun. So that means if I'm looking at all of these planets, I know that Venus is number 2. So I'm going to count 1, 2. So this must be Venus. Venus is the second closest planet from the sun. This planet right here is Venus. I also know that Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system. It's smoking hot on Venus that we can't even stay there. It's so hot that we cannot live on Venus. Venus is also the slowest planet to rotate the sun. So we know that Mercury is the fastest and Venus is the slowest planet to rotate the sun. And lastly, Venus and Earth, they're sister planets. That means that Venus and Earth, they have so much in common that people get them confused and they're called sister planets. So this is where we're going to stop our video once again. On your paper where it says write one fact about Venus, you're going to write that it's the closest planet to the sun, or it's the slowest planet to rotate the sun, or it's the hottest planet, or Venus and Earth are sister planets. You're going to pick one fact. Pause. We're going to bring it back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, we know that Mercury is the first planet. What number was Venus? That's right. Venus is the second closest planet to the sun. So I know that 1, 2, this is Venus because it is number 2 and it's the second closest planet to the sun. Awesome job. You're doing an amazing job. Next stop is Earth. Earth is the third closest planet to the sun. That means it is number 3. If I look at all the planets in our solar system, and I count 1, 2, 3, I know that this is Earth. I can also tell that this is Earth because Earth is always going to be blue for all the water that's on Earth, and it's always going to be green for the land. So when looking at the solar system, you can always tell that Earth is number 3 because it's the third closest planet, and you can tell it's Earth because of blue and green colors. Something else super important about Earth is it has one moon. How many moons does it have? One moon. Also, it takes 365 days to rotate the sun. That's one whole year. How many days does it take to rotate the sun? 365 days. Amazing. Something super cool about Earth is it's the only planet in the solar system to have life, water, and air. That means that Earth is the only planet to have humans, to have trees, to have animals. It has water, and it has the air we breathe. So that makes Earth the only planet that we can live on. So now you're going to pause the video, and you're going to write one fact that you like the most. It could be that Earth is the third closest planet. It could be that it takes 300 days to rotate the sun. It could be that Earth has one moon. Or you can write that Earth is the only planet to have life, water, and air. You get to pick. Pause the video right here. We're going to bring our video back in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So, we know that Mercury is number 1, Venus is number 2, Earth is number what? That's right, Earth is number 3. So if I count in the solar system 1, 2, and 3, I know that this planet is Earth. And I also know it's Earth because why? Right again, because it's blue and green. Blue represents the water, the green represents all the land that we have on Earth. You are doing an amazing job. Our last stop is the planet Mars. Everyone say Mars. So Mars is the 4th closest planet to the sun. That means Mars is number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I look at our solar system, I can count 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I know that this planet right here is what? That's right, it's Mars. I also know that Mars is the 2nd smallest planet in the solar system. Who remembers what the first smallest planet was? That's right, Mercury, the first planet from the sun, is the smallest planet. And Mars, the 4th closest planet from the sun, is the 2nd smallest planet. We also know that Mars has 2 moons. Who remembers how many moons Earth has? Right again, Earth has 1 moon. And get this, some scientists think that life may have existed on Mars. That means that some people think that there are aliens on Mars. If you look closely, this is a picture that a space shuttle took of Mars. If you look super closely, it kind of looks like a person is sitting on a rock. But we couldn't be sure because we couldn't get closer. So what do you think? Miss Oliver's looking, and it kind of looks like a person to me. I see a head, I see an arm, and it looks like this creature is just resting on a rock. That's super interesting to me. So right here, you're going to pause the video, and you're going to write one fact that you like the most about Mars. It could be that Mars is the 4th closest planet from the sun. It could be that Mars has 2 moons. It could be that Mars is the smallest planet, or it could be that some scientists think that life may exist on Mars. I know which one I would pick. I can't wait to see which one you did. Pause the video right here. We're going to bring it back in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So, we know that Mercury is number 1. Venus is number 2. Earth is number 3. Mars is number what? That's right, number 4. Mars is the 4th closest planet from the sun. So this is the sun. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's Mars. Amazing. So we went through the 4 planets, the first 4 planets. Now I'm going to see if you remember them all. So, which planet is Earth? That's right, this planet is Earth. And how did you know that? Because it's number 3. And how else did you know that? Because it's blue and green. And what's one more thing? How did you know that that was Earth? Because it has 1 moon. Awesome job. So we know that this planet is Earth. Which planet is Mercury? Right again. This planet right here is Mercury. And how did you know that? Because it's number 1. It's the closest planet to the sun. Which planet is Venus? You are so correct. You are super smart. I can't trick you. This planet is Venus. Last one. Which planet is Mars? Right again. This planet is Mars. And how did you know that? Because it's number 4. So let's go in order. We know this is our sun. Our first planet is Mercury. Our second planet is Venus. Then up next we have Earth. And last is Mars. You did so good. I can't wait to see the facts that you chose to write about. But until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.